How are you doing, Golf Clashers? Welcome to another playthrough for the opening round for City Outskirts. This video will gonna represent the wind angles for the opening round and the front 9 holes. We dropped every single one of them. You can have the guide by either scanning the QR code find currently on the screen right now, or you can check the link into the description down below. Before you start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button. Let's go. On hole number 1, we're gonna use our extra mile, and we're gonna place for extra mile level 9, we're gonna place the clear ring by the rough on the left at top of plus 5 yard mark. Gonna go with 4 topspin and 2 left spin using a Titan ball, and we're gonna adjust max plus 10. Even in highest wind, which is 7.5, we're not gonna go off the cliff here. And after adjusting, we're gonna go with outer wall left curl. Try to hit perfect here, since we're gonna have a pin check for the approach shot. If you go with a great left, you're gonna be shorter of the hole. If you go with a great right, you're gonna be farther away from the hole. So you're gonna have to adapt for that. Let's move on the approach. On the approach, we're gonna use our thorn. If you hit perfect, you're gonna have a pin check over there. At plus 3, we played it 69% slider. I'm gonna place my ball guide at the left edge of the hole without adding any spins. The ball guide is going 1 green square through the hole, and we are gonna adjust here from plus 3, we're gonna adjust 69% slider with 30% elevation downhill. Try to pull straight on the drive and on the approach, and try to hit perfect. If you did everything right, this will gonna start with a nice eagle for your opening round. On hole number 2, we're gonna go with the big topper. This shot can be played with big topper level 4 plus. We're gonna place, because we have the big topper level 6, we're gonna place it at plus 13 yard mark. I'm gonna go only with full topspin, and we are gonna adjust max plus 0, P3 numbers. After finishing the adjustment, we will gonna push 2 yards back. I forgot to push the yards back, so I went back and do it. Then we're gonna go with a normal shot. We are planning here for our second bounce to clip the rough and draw out. Gonna leave us in a nice place for the thorn on the approach shot using our plus numbers. So drive distance doesn't really matter too much. On the approach with a thorn, gonna go with the plus numbers for our slider. And I'm gonna place the blue ring by the fairway there, rough fairway line. I'm gonna go with 2.5 bars of topspin, having the ball guide just through the hole. And we're gonna adjust here minus 5% elevation at the slider using the plus number. So for plus 5, it was 98%. Since plus 6 is the maximum distance of the thorn. And make sure you hit perfect here. I'm centering the ball. And with a perfect shot, this one drops nicely into the hole. On hole number 3, we're gonna go with an extra mile. We're gonna apply 4.5 topspin and 3 right spin. Having if you have an extra mile level 7 plus, we're gonna have the half of the red ring into the rough on the right side. At plus 3 yard mark for extra mile level 9, plus 4 for extra mile level 8, and plus 6 for extra mile level 7 and extra mile level 6. We're gonna adjust here max plus 10. We're gonna go with the 0.75 ball of right curl. This is max curl for extra mile level 6. Before doing the shot, we're gonna also go with the circle drop OP because we're pretty much always gonna go into that bunker. Going longer here, it's not a problem. Going shorter is, because you can be in between clubs or you can be have a hard time to adjust into overpower. We're trying to avoid doing that. Here we're looking to get around 346 to 356 yards. From this position, we're gonna go with the grizzly. I'm gonna go and try to find a check point, either on the fringe, either directly with the plus yards. We went a bit longer here, so we're gonna go with the fringe check, the intersection between the fairway. We're gonna apply 3.2 topspin and 1 right spin. Ball guide, we're gonna go through the hole by about 1 or 2 green squares. Having the yellow ring by the end of the rough, at the intersection between the rough and the fairway, we're gonna adjust here slider. So for +1 for the fringe check, we did 76% slider, for example. So we went 76% slider with 0% elevation, P3 numbers. We're gonna adjust and take our shot. This one comes with the perfect speed, hitting the pin on its way down. Hole number 4, we're gonna go with the funny adjustment. We're gonna go with a power hook. Gonna place our blue ring by the intersection between the sand and the rough at max P5 max rest. We're gonna adjust max +0 P5, and we're gonna apply 4.5 topspin and 2 left spin. After adjustment, we're gonna go and push up 12 yards back. So, or up. You know what I mean. So I'm placing the 2 left spin here and 4.5 topspin. And then it's time to send it. Having this amount of topspin, we're not gonna roll into the left side or the right side into the dangers. Do a full hook here without any curl. Gonna bounce nicely on the fairway and on the second fairway and rolling. The rolling here, it's actually a bit tricky because it can vary between, you're gonna get between 425 yards up to 448 yards, which is pretty much close to what we did over there. Okay, let's move on the approach. For the approach, we're gonna use our thorn. Here, because we went long, we're gonna count rings from min. If not, you're gonna get with the drive distance. For example, if you have 433 yards, you're gonna be at 35% slider. The important thing is having the aim point into the center of the fairway, into fringe, sorry, with the ball guide at the hole, and add spin, so you will gonna have the ball guide 1 green square, or just a bit short of the hole. Don't leave it at the hole, you're gonna be pushed by the wind pretty hard over there. So I left it about half a green square over there, and it was fine. You can do the same, or even a bit shorter. I'm adjusting here the drive distance or rings from min plus 10%. If you're counting rings from min, it's 1% slider per ring. I'm bouncing where I wanted to bounce, and rolls a bit hot than what I want. That's why I said go with 1 green square short. But a very nice way to get an eagle on hole number 4. On hole number 5, we're gonna use our extra mile combined with the Zerk. At max P5 rest, you're gonna place your bullseye into the center of the fairway. Then we're gonna apply spins, which is 4.5 if you have an extra mile level 6 and 7, or 6 top spin if you have an extra mile level 8 and 9. And the extra mile level 6 and 7 are gonna be in a wedge distance, and extra mile level 8 and 9 has actually a chance of a hole in one here. I did 1.3 right spin here and I missed it to the right side. That's why I'm saying to use 1.2. I'm adjusting here max plus 5 P5 numbers. Without pushing up, extra mile level 8 needs 1 yard push up, extra mile level 6, 7, and also APOC 4, because you can use that as well, needs 3 yards push up. To go with max OP, you're gonna have a slower needle movement over there. And here, you see I'm going a bit short and a bit to the right side of the hole. This is because I didn't got a glitch roll. If you get a glitch roll, you have a better chance to actually drop this one. It's gonna be a bit hot, but even if you get it, you're not gonna risk to roll out of the fairway, giving you, easy eagle for a putter. If you have extra mile level 8 and 9, but also APOC 4 because it has the top spin. If you have extra mile level 6 and 7, you're gonna have to go with the Endbringer rule or my Rapier rule with 20% downhill. Hope it helps. On hole number 6, we're gonna go with an extra mile and the Kingmaker. We want the Kingmaker to reduce the wind as much as possible. If you have, you can use a Kingslayer as well. We're gonna apply 1 backspin and 1 left spin with a no moving target. So we're not gonna move the target after we're starting. I'm gonna adjust max plus 10 P3 numbers. And we're gonna try to hit perfect. This is gonna leave us on a very good spot to count the rings from min. Gonna be between 0 and 10 rings. Well, not 0. We're gonna be around 5 to 10 rings that you have to count after going on second shot. We want to be up there, not rolling down, to be safe. So let's move on the approach. On the second shot, this is gonna be a bit tricky. So we're gonna count the rings from min. I suggest you use a grizzly in your bag. So if you have Goliath, it's gonna be harder to find the min line for the sniper. So and count the rings until you have the red ring by the rough, having also the ball guide at the hole. After having that, do some spin. So we're gonna be around close to 1 bar of top spin, sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on your drive distance. And a click or two to the right side, you see that I'm missing the hole by about 0.4 green squares to the right of the pin. After that, we're gonna adjust based on those rings that we counted here. I counted 6, so I played it 15% slider with 35% downhill elevation. We're gonna count for each ring, we're gonna do 2.5% slider. Try to hit perfect here, and we're gonna have a nice chance of getting another hole in one. Eagle, you know what I mean. On hole number 7, we're gonna go with a no moving target. We're gonna play with our extra mile, and we're gonna apply 2.5 top spin and 3 right spin. If you have a lower level extra mile, like level 8, we're gonna push up after adjustment 1 yard. If you have an extra mile level 6 and 7, we're gonna push up 3 yards. We're gonna adjust here max plus 10 P3, and I'm gonna go with full overpower. Here we're getting a glitch roll, but we're not actually counting on that. We're wanting to be shorter than 364 yards. On the approach shot, if you go over 350 yards or even 355 yards, you can count the rings from min. I'm gonna go always with one left spin and as much top spin as we need. Here I'm going with 4 top spin and 1 left spin. And I'm trying to find where's the sticky spot. I didn't find it, so I'm gonna leave it just short of the hole, like shown, ball guy going at the hole. And then I counted the 4 rings from minimum distance, and this wasn't enough. That's why I said the target yards were gonna be 364 at maximum, even if we get the glitch roll. Because I'm adjusting here in min distance, I'm doing 2 clicks of underpower. It was just clipping the min line of our wood club. With a perfect shot, we're gonna bounce on the fairway, going with the rough bump and rolling into the hole. The approach plays 5% P3. On hole number 8, we're gonna start with our extra mile and the Zerk, having our red ring by the rough on the left at plus 27 for our extra mile level 9. We're gonna go with 4 topspin and 2 left spin. I noticed that I have 4 left spin on this ball, so I had to reduce it. So I'm respinning again. After the spins are set, adjust max plus 10 P5. This shot doesn't need overpower, doesn't need pushing up. After adjustment, you're gonna go with the outer wall, left curl, and try to hit perfect. If you're afraid of a great right, I would suggest you go with more curl, because I don't think a great right will gonna be safe over here. A great left will. So we're looking to get around 370 yards. Here we have exactly 370 yards. So let's move on the approach shot. On the approach, we'll start with the Grizzly. I'm gonna try to do a pin check. The pin check numbers are provided. For example, my plus 11 was 35% slider. And we're gonna go to not have a glitch roll. We're gonna place the white ring by the beginning of the fringe. And we're gonna add spin, only backspin, you don't need side spin for it, to just have the ball guide at the hole. Here I was going a bit more to the, also favoring left side of the pin. And here we're gonna adjust minus 15%, so 15% uphill P5, add the slider number after the pin check. We're adjusting, centering our ball, hitting perfect. And this one goes nicely on the right side of the hole. So if you can also offset it a bit more just to, if you want to hit that pin dead center, but just left side was pretty good. On hole number 9, we're gonna use our extra mile and we're gonna play it with the half of the red ring inside the rough on the left side. Then we're gonna apply 4.5 top spin and 3 left spin. I'm gonna use plus 15 elevation, P3, and we're gonna adjust our rings. After adjusting the rings, we need also to push up 8 yards to reach the second bounce landing spot. After doing all that, we're gonna have to apply 0.7 curl. I'm gonna make a small pause over here and show you what I mean with that. So you're gonna see that the ball touches this angle here of the circle. So this is where I'm actually trying to do. That's my reference point for the curl, and you can use it as well. So let's continue with the video. And here we're gonna hit perfect. Hitting perfect, it's a must since great right can actually make your drive a bit shorter, and great left has a not always, but still has a chance to miss the rough on second bounce and go into the bunker. Let's move on the approach. On the approach shot, I am using my rapier rule, and you'll see that I am short of the hole by about 2 green squares. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and apply full topspin, as usual, placing the ball guide through the hole, as usual. But instead of using the base elevation, which is 20, I'm gonna go with 25. For each 2 green squares short of the hole, you're gonna apply +5 elevation. So for example, if you're 4, we're gonna go with +30 elevation for the rapier rule with the slider at 50. So it's still 100% divided by 2. If you have like 6, you're gonna go with 35 and so on. And the same method applies to the endbringer with no topspin. So if you're wanting to use that method and you're still short, apply the same method to actually get this one in. Hope it helps. Let me know if you drop it.